Good morning. Good morning, all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the screen?
Visible, sir.
Okay. Once again, good morning. This is the video lecture on Python, Django full stack web development. We are currently discussing with the front end part. So in front end, we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. So currently we are discussing with the JavaScript. So in the previous classes, we have gone with the use of operators like arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators. So in today's class, we are going with a part 5, that is control flow. So control flow, which are the control statements you are having? Okay. So which are the control flow statements we have? So control flow is a fundamental aspect of any full programming language. It allows us to execute the code if a certain situation arises. That means each and every situation will not be executed. Each and every statement will not be executed. So if a particular condition will arise or a situation arises, and then only it allows us to execute the code. So we use it in combination with logical and comparison operators. So in case this is your first time programming, let's briefly go over the main concepts. So if you have programmed in any other languages before, you may find it more difficult just to reference the nodes for the JavaScript syntax. We will initiate some conditions check that returns a Boolean, either true or false. Based on those results, we will use the control flow to execute a specific block of code. So we have gone with the if statements. Okay, so which are the control flow statements we have? If statement, if else statement, and else if statement. So these are the three fundamental what we are going to see. So first you start with the if statement. So inside if, first criteria what you are going to have is a simple if. Okay, so first if statement is a simple if. That means if condition, then execute some code. So there, if this condition is true, it will execute the code. If the condition is false, it come outside of the loop. Okay, so this is the loop condition we have taken. If condition we have given, so here we execute some code. If not, it will come outside the loop and execute the next statement immediately after the closing braces. Okay, so this is the simple if. If condition is true, execute. If condition goes false, come outside the loop and execute the immediate instruction following the close. Okay, so next, first is a if statement. In that we have gone with a if statement, simple if. Now you come for the second one, if else statement. Okay, so if the condition is true, then the execution will be executed. So set of statements inside the if loop will be executed. If the condition is false, so what should be the case? So if the condition is false, execute some other code here. Understood? So if the condition is true, it will execute this part of code. If the execution is false, it executes the else part. So as you all know, the first one what we have seen, this is a simple if. That means if condition is true, execute. If condition is false, execute the immediate statement after this. So, but in if else, if condition is true, execute the immediate code. If condition is false, execute the code in the else part. Okay. So if else if else statement. So in that, first we have gone with the if state, if is finished. Next we have gone with the if else also. The remaining is else if ladder. So else if, okay. So else if is nothing but else if ladder. So that means if condition 1 is given, it will execute. Else, if condition 2 executes some other code, else execute some backup code. So that we shall see the else if ladder when you go with a demo of the exercises. Okay. So, all right, let's go through some coding examples. Okay. So before you enter into the loops, so now we shall go through some of the fundamental aspects of the control statements. So which are the control statements we have seen? First one is the if, and second you have gone with a if else, and third you have gone with a else if. These are the three control flow statements in JavaScript. Okay, so now we shall shift on to the Autumn text editor. So open Autumn text editor. So come for the coding part now. Okay, so let it open each and everything. So close each and every console here. Go for file. So you have to take a new file. Okay, so you are taking a particular new file here. So one for HTML. So one for HTML and go take the new file. The other one is for JavaScript. So first you go with the HTML. So under plain text, you type HTML. So HTML tree setter. Okay. So save this particular contents. Save. Under that you take control flow.html. So take the name control. See. So I will take it control flow.html. Save this particular content. Take the another untitled. So go for the plain text. So under that you type JavaScript. So JavaScript, reg expression. So many JavaScripts are there. So I will be taking JavaScript, this one. So go for file, save the contents. So I will take it as same name, control-flow.js. So take it as control-flow.js. Save the two things. Okay, come for the HTML. Now let's have a HTML code. So you take some title. So what can be the title? You can take, so take it as control flow. Okay. So under the body, you take H1. So under H1, you take the thing as, so what are the things you are taking? So you take it as simple if. Okay. So take it as simple if and have a JavaScript here. So take it as JavaScript. So script you will be getting like this. So remove this one. So what is the script name you are going to take? So take it as control-flow.js. Okay. So this is the remove each and everything. So this can be the simple if. Now let's go with a control-flow.js file. So before going, save this file using Control S. Now I skip on to the control flow. Okay. So in that I take a variable. So just it's a illustration. Okay. So take it as false. Where hot is equal to false. Then you take where temp is equal to 60. Okay. I have taken two things. So now you come for the if. So first you go with the example if of true. Bracket open. So inside that you type it as console.log. So you can, this is the printf statement what we have taken. So we can take it as alert or you can go with a console.log. Okay. So if you take console.log, so I will tell you how to see the output. Okay. So inside the console.log, so I give some statements. Okay, so if temperature is 60, so what can be the case? I will run out. Okay, so take this particular thing, Control S, you save this particular thing. go for the HTML page. So go for file, save, go for edit, copy path. So open the Chrome browser. So under that, you paste that particular thing. Okay. So it is taking something called simple if. Okay. Are you getting any output here? So where is the code written? So code, if it is true, console.log, I ran. Okay. So in order to see, so right click, go for inspect. So come here, you are showing console. You see, are you getting anything here? Yes. Can you see, right? So this is the console. Here will be the output, what you will be getting. Okay. Are you getting anything here? You are not getting, you are not getting anything because you see, you have said hot is equal to false. Okay. So now you have given if condition is true, I ran. So, but what is the condition? The condition is false because you have given the false here. So you are not getting anything here. So suppose now you go with another condition. So I will be taking temp. Okay. So if temp is greater than 80, so I will take the next condition. If temp is greater than 80, so take it as, so just you type log, you will get console.log. So under that, you take some statement. So temperature is greater than 80. Okay, so give this particular statement, console.log. So what is the temperature you have given? It is 60. So if temperature is greater than 60 is greater than 80, yes, is 60 is greater than 80. Yes, you have to answer here. No, okay. So that means the condition is true or false?
False.
False. Okay, good. If condition is false, what goes? Whether the statement will be executed?
No.
No. Okay. So save this particular file and go for here. So now you refresh this particular, close the console part. So go and refresh. So once you refresh, go for inspect, go for the console. Are you getting anything else? You are not getting because the condition will go false here. So now I change the particular thing. Okay. So now I take, so you take 50. Okay. So if you take 50, what goes? Temperature. What is the temperature value? 60. Is 60 is greater than 50? Is 60 is greater than 50? Yes. So at that time, so okay. So if it is greater than 50, the condition is true and this statement will get executed. So for that, save this particular thing, go and refresh. Okay. So you won't get anything. Go for inspect, go for console. So if you are going with a new thing, so kindly refresh the thing. So save this here, save this also, go for edit, take the copy path. Now you refresh and paste it here. Okay, this is a simple if you are getting. So under that, you go with the inspect, you come for the console. So when you go with a console, you should get that particular thing. Okay, because you are going with a simple if. So console, under the console, you should get that particular statement here. So suppose you see, if you didn't get in the console, you can go with alert also. So in place of console, you simply have the statement alert. Okay, so go with the statement alert, save the contents, go for file, save, go for here, go for file, save. Okay, now you refresh this particular web page. Close this console, refresh this particular web page. So simple if statement. So under simple if, so what is the condition you are getting here? So you are taking it as if temperature is greater than 50. So it should show me an alert. Temperature is greater than, sorry, it should be greater than 60. Sorry, greater than 50. So you should get temperature is greater than 50 here. So save this kind of thing. So the control flow.js script. So under script, you take it as, so instead of type, so the thing is here you have to give it as source. Okay, so you have to give it as source here. Okay, so it is not script type, it should be source. Okay, so now you save this particular thing and refresh. So here you see you are getting an alert. Temperature is greater than 50. Okay, so now you can go with the concept of console also. That is a small thing. What is the wrong way you have done? So you can go with a log. So console.log will come. So inside that you give the statement. So you cut this statement and paste it here. Okay. So now you see how the console you will be getting the output. So save this particular content. So now you refresh this particular thing. So control flow, you refresh. So now you right click, go for inspect. Under the console, you see I are getting the statement I ran as well as temperature is greater than 50. Okay. So understood? Yes. So that is a small thing. Here the script type, you should give it as source. So then only you can go with a simple if statements. Okay. So I have understood up to here. Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now after the simple if, now you come for the next thing. So I will be taking something called H2. So in that I will be going with a if else. Okay. So come for the statement of the if else. So remove this particular part. So some changes I will be going to do just to implement the concept of if else. Okay. So delete this particular part. So now you go with the if part. So take if, sorry, you can get, I think you can get if else also. So let's try for that. So if else. So when you click, you will be getting if as well as else also. So what you should type, I have shown you. So under if you take, if temperature is greater than 80. Okay, so I've given the temperature as 100. If temperature is greater than 80, so I can take with a log, console.log I have taken. So you take it as outside. So if temperature is greater than 80, so you take it as console.log outside. So else you can go with the else part. So take the same log. So you take simple statement. It's not hotter. Okay, this is a simple one. I'm going to do it here. So save this particular file. So now you come for the execution of the HTML. So copy this path, go for the web page, close this particular thing, take the new page, paste it and go. So simply if else. So you won't get because you are written it in console.log. So go for the, in order to see the console, go for the inspect, go for console. So here it is showing me as a hot outside. So is it hot outside? So what's the value you have given? Temperature you have given it as 80, 100. So if temperature is greater than 80, so is 100 is greater than 80? Yes. Is 100 greater than 80? Yes, 100 is greater than 80. So condition is true. So if condition is true, you will get like this. Okay. So suppose now you see. So I give it 40. So which statement should be executed now?
It's not hard.
It's not hard. Okay, good. So, and so this is up to if else. So now you come for the concept of else if. Okay. So I will take the new one example. So H3. So what is the name you can give it? Else if ladder. Okay. So under else if ladder, so you go with a statement. So I take remove this particular thing. So I will take the temperature as something called 50. Okay. So now I implement that thing using else if. That means first you start with a if. So you take if else, because first under if you take it as temp. If temp is greater than 80, sorry, it is 80. If temp is greater than 80, so you take a log. So console.log, it is hot. It is, take it to hot. Okay. So now you come for the else if. So under else, you go with the if. Okay. So under else, you give it as if. Under if, you go with a statement if temp. So if temp is less than or equal to 80 and temp is greater than or equal to 50. So I will go with the two conditions. If temperature is greater than 80, you should get it as too hot. If the temperature is less than or equal to 80 and greater than or equal to 50, so I go with a log. So under console.log, so you take it as average temperature hot. So you go with a average temperature hot. So under that, you go with another else if. So under another else if, let's have a value temperature is less than 50. So if it is in between 50 to 80, so what should tell? It is average temperature hot. If temperature is less than 50 and temperature is greater than or equal to 30. Okay, if this is the case, go with a log. So under that you take, so less than 50, greater than 30. So you take cold. So you take it cold. So if not, so come for the final else part. So under final else part, you take the log. So under that you take it's chill. Okay. So remove these two things. So if will open, else if. So what are the conditions we have given? If temperature is greater than 80, hot. If in between 50 to 80, average temperature. If it is in between 30 to 50, cold. If it is less than 30, chill. Okay. So what can be the output you may get now for our temperature 50? Yes, can you tell? So I've given the temperature.
Average temp hot.
Average temp hot. Okay, so let's run this particular thing and see what is the output you are getting. Okay, so save this particular file, save, go for control flow, save, go for edit, copy path. So now we shall go with a statement. So what is the thing? Close this particular thing. So control V, press enter. So it is the implementation of else if ladder also. So go for the inspect. So go for the console. You are getting it as average temperature hot. Okay, it's correct. You are getting it as average temperature hot. So how, let's see. So temperature is equal to 50. Is 50 is come for the tracing. If 50 is greater than 80, no, come for here. If temperature, if now you come for the condition, 50 is less than 80, yes. And if the 50 is greater than or equal to 50, yes. Both the conditions are true. So as you have got the end, so here 50 is less than or equal to 80 and 50 is greater than or equal to 50. So you will be getting it as temperature hot. So suppose if I give it as 20, so can you tell what can be the output? If temperature is 20,
Chill.
chill. Okay. So let's go and see what you are going to get. So you are getting it as chill. You are correct. Okay, good. So this is the example we have taken. Okay. So now you come for the new concept. So let's have one exercise. Okay. So let's have a exercise. So on this if else and else if. Okay. So for that, have you understood all this, right? Control flow and control flow JavaScript, how to write the JavaScript. Understood up to here? So shall we go with the exercise? Okay, good. So we shall go with the exercise part on control flow. So I will be closing these two parts. So take the new file. So first one, you make it as HTML tree setter, go for file, save the contents. So exercise control flow.html. So it's an exercise on control flow. Save this particular thing, go for here. So under this, you go with a JavaScript. So go for file, save the contents. So take it as exercise control flow.js. So save this particular thing. So come for the HTML part. So take the HTML tag. So go for the title. So what's the title you can take? Exercise hyphen control flow. Okay. So under body, you take an HTML. So take it as sales report. Okay. So now you go with a script. So here you see there is a script followed with script source. So you take its source. Okay. So when you go with a source, so you give the name, sorry, it's in small xr -cf.js. Okay. So take this particular, remove this char set each and everything. So script is enough for us. So you have given the link. Now you come for the sales. Okay. So under this, I'm going to have a variable called ham. So I gave the value as 10. So take the another variable called cheese. Okay. So cheese, you give the value as 10. So now you come for the conditions. Okay. So you have to make use of if else and else if in each and everything. Okay. So now I need a condition. If ham is, so take a parameter. So I will go with a if part here. So go with a if ham. So if ham is greater than or equal to 10, double ampersand, cheese is greater than or equal to 10. So you go have a flower bracket. So under that you go with a log, console.log. So I will be taking a variable here. Okay. So take a variable report. So first, before you use, it should be used here. So you take var report is equal to blank. Okay, so I'll be taking the blank. So now you write report is equal to, so you take it as strong sales, because it's a report we are going to do on the strong sales. So now you come for the else if. So under the if, you write if ham double equals 0, double ampersand cheese double equals 0, what can be the report? Can anybody can tell? So what can be the report? If the number of items sold, so cheese, if it is sold, I have given 10 values. If it is greater than 10 and this one is also greater than 10, you get it as strong sales. If having 10, you have sold nothing. So what can be the sold? Any solds you have got? So you are giving it as nothing sold. Okay. So I will be taking it as nothing sold. So now you come for the else. So take the else. So under the else, you will be giving it as report is equal to. So very worst case, if it is not 0, if it is not 10, so in between, if it is 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can have, say, a statement, we had some sales. Okay, so this is a statement what we have taken. So I will kindly save the script here. Okay, so kindly go with a HTML page, go for file, save, edit, copy path. So now you go and see. So take a new link, paste that particular. So you are getting it as sales report. Okay. So I've given as under console.log, go for inspect, and here you see. So you are not getting anything here. There is a small mistake I have done. So I think script source is equal to excr-cf.js sales report. So what can be the sales report? So once you else report you have taken, so after that, now you have to take the statement log. So log of report. So take this particular statements. Okay. So save this. Now you go and see. So what happens there? So sales report, go for the inspect, go for the console. It is taking it as strong sales here. So because you are taking the report is a variable, you are storing it in a variable here. So you are not going with a printing of the variable. So if you didn't give this one, nothing will be printed. Okay. So suppose I give the value as this one as 4, this one as 8, 7. So what can be the result now? Can anybody can tell? I've given the ham is equal to 4, cheese is equal to 7. What can be the report now? Yes. What can
We
be the
had
report?
some sales.
We had some sales. Okay. So let's go and check. Save this particular file. Control S, save this HTML also. So close this particular thing and refresh. So under refresh, you go with the inspect and go for the console. So you are getting it as we had some sales, because here you can check the conditions. 4 and 7. If is it greater than 10 or greater than 10? No. Is it equal to 0? No. If it in between 0 to 10, what can be the thing? We had some sales. Okay. So that one you have given, that should be printed like this, console.log of report, because you are not printing the statement, you are storing it in a variable here. Okay. So what is a variable? Variable is report. Okay. So you have to give it as console.log of report without any double quotes. Understand? Without any double quotes, you have to give this particular thing. So that is the exercise on this particular control flow. Okay. So any doubts? Any doubts? You can ask me. Any doubts up to here on control flow? Okay. Okay. So there is a small assignment here. So kindly note down the assignment. So write a program to find smallest of three numbers using control statements. Okay, so I've given this particular thing. So this is a small assignment you have to consider. So write a program to find the smallest of three numbers using control flow. Okay, so take the three values A, B, C, assign the values and write the program for that and submit in the WhatsApp group. All the members there in the participant list. So write the program for that by taking the variables A, B, C and print which is the smallest of the three numbers using if, else, if. You can use whatever. So control flows, we have if, else and else if. So using that, you write the program and this is the assignment I have given. So, okay. So submit it tomorrow. So this is the assignment. Okay. So submit tomorrow. Understood? Okay. So this is up to today's class. I hope you have learned something regarding the control flow, like if, else and else if ladder. So work on the different things. Just have given the demo how the if will work, if else will work and else if will work. So kindly go through the video lectures. Everything will be uploaded in the YouTube channel. So kindly subscribe, kindly like, share, subscribe, and get the knowledge of the web development. Okay. So this is up to today's class. Meet you in the next class with the next interesting chapter. So thank you all.